Hey, this is Big Yardcore, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the new Call of Duty game, Black Ops 4. I'm going to be going through the Zombies mode, multiplayer, and the new Blackout Battle Royale mode as well, and giving my final verdict about if I think you should go and get this game or not. In Zombies mode, there are 2 maps available in the base game unless you paid for the season pass, which I didn't. So the first one is IX, which is set in ancient Rome, and in this one you'll be fighting against zombie gladiators. You'll get tigers which will rush you, which will explode when you shoot them. You'll have like flames which will appear from the center of the arena at certain points as well, making it harder for you to escape the zombies that are trying to attack you. And the second map is Voyage of Despair, which takes place on the Titanic. This will have zombies rushing you in tight corridors. It just makes the action much tighter, a bit more claustrophobic and a lot more frantic because there's less space for you to escape them when you're being attacked. There's also a new Zombies mode called Rush, which has more of an arcade feel to it because you don't collect money for opening up doors. They'll actually open up themselves at certain points. You really just collect points. So every time you kill a zombie, they'll drop these tokens which you have to run around and collect, which will just keep giving you more and more points. It's really just turns into a competition of who on your team can collect the most points. Like I said, has more of an arcade feel to it. The only bad thing I've got to say about Zombies mode is I did feel a little bit conned, because when they first announced the new zombie mode for this game, and they showed the map set in ancient Rome, they made it look like you'd be fighting against zombies with swords and axes, and basically as a Roman gladiator taking on hordes of zombies. And that's what I was expecting, but there's no melee combat in this game. It is just your standard Zombies mode where you run around with guns, killing as many zombies as you can without getting killed. So it is still a lot of fun, but they were a little bit cheeky with this one. There have been a lot of changes to the multiplayer this time which have affected the gameplay quite a bit. So the biggest change, which I'm sure everybody knows about by now, is there's no more health regeneration. So if you get shot, you'll need to heal yourself quickly before somebody comes around the corner and finishes off the job. This makes things a lot more tense and adds a bit of tactics to the gameplay. Unlike in previous Call of Duties, there's no more starting a match with a grenade as your lethal and a flashbang or concussion as your tactical. Instead, each time you start a match you have to pick a specialist, just like in Black Ops 3, but as well as having a special ability, you also have special equipment which is unique to that particular character. For example, Firebreak has a reactor core for his special equipment which damages enemies with radiation and prevents them from healing, and he has a flamethrower for his special ability. There's no more jetpacks or wall running, but they did keep in sliding, which can be useful for surprising your enemies. Before you get into multiplayer, there's also a Specialist HQ, which, although when you're loading it up it seems like a weak attempt to link it to previous Black Ops games as there's no campaign, it does actually give you a chance to test out each specialist and get to know their abilities before you actually use them against other players online. There are 11 maps available at launch, 4 of these are remakes, and there's also a Nuketown map which is coming post-launch. The maps seem longer than usual, and they give you opportunity for both close quarters combat as well as long range kills, but I didn't come across any maps that seemed like a sniper's paradise. You can maneuver underneath some maps by swimming in water, and some even have vents which you can duck in and hide and sneak up on your enemies. As for the remakes, they brought back some true classics. Now, the 2 which really stood out were Jungle, which looks great with the modern day graphics, and also Firing Range, which when you're using specialists like Ruin and you've got a grappling hook, getting around it can be a lot of fun, especially when you want to get to out of reach places, or just zip in behind the enemy and shoot them with a shotgun. All the standard multiplayer modes are back for Black Ops 4. I mean, you've got your team deathmatch, domination, kill confirmed, but you've also got 2 new multiplayer modes available. Now, the first mode is Control. In Control, there are 2 points on the map which must be captured or defended. So the attacking team must capture them before the time runs out, and the defending team must stop this from happening until the time runs out. Each team has a limited amount of respawns, and once they're done, they're done. The second new game mode is Heist. Now, the objective of Heist is to steal a bag of cash which is located in the center of the map and get it to extraction. In Heist, you start off with a pistol and $500, and you can buy new equipment from the start, but it makes more sense to at least complete the first round and earn a little extra money, because you earn money from every round. Obviously, if you manage to capture the cash, you earn more money for the next round. And at the beginning of each round, you can buy new equipment. So you can buy new machine guns, you can buy perks, you can buy kill streaks, which are available from the start of the round, and you can also buy equipment like grenades and seeker shock mines and stuff like that. It's a very tactical game mode. There is only one death per round, but when you get shot down, you go into a bleed out mode, and you can actually crawl to safety to get revived by your teammate. There are no regenerating health packs either, so you actually have to search for them around the map. Whichever team manages to extract the money or wipe out the enemy team will win the round. And finally, there's Blackout. Now, Blackout is the game's Battle Royale mode. You can play it solo if you fancy taking on another 99 players by yourself. You can play as part of a 2-man crew or a 4-man crew. It's got the largest map in COD history, and as you're going through it, you'll see different areas from previous Call of Duty maps. There's also an area that's populated by zombies. You'll find the best weapons in this area, and every time you kill a zombie, they'll drop more weapons and ammunition. It just makes it a lot of fun, because sometimes you'll find yourself in situations where you're fighting against other players online while being attacked by zombies at the same time. As it's such a big map, there's vehicles to get you around it quickly. You can get into a quad bike which can carry 2 people, there's speedboats for getting around the water, there's trucks which can carry your entire team. You can even fly around in a helicopter, which is the quickest, but it does make you the most vulnerable, as people will just shoot you down with rocket launchers. And nothing beats the feeling of being the last man standing in a battle royale.
God.
Black Ops 4 is one of the best Call of Duty games I've ever played. The changes they've made to the multiplayer not only makes it more challenging, but it also makes it a lot more addictive, because I'm going to spend more time trying to master the game than ever before. The zombies mode is a lot of fun. Like I said, I don't usually play zombies, but I keep finding myself drawn to it because it is just so much fun. The only thing I've got to say about it is they were taking the piss when it came to the reveal, because they seriously made it look like you get to fight with swords and axes and stuff like that, whereas that's not in the game. I don't know if they plan on releasing it later on as an update, but at the moment it's not really what I expected. But apart from that, zombies mode is a lot of fun. But the mode which really steals the show is Blackout, because Blackout, for once, for the first time in Call of Duty history, we actually get to use vehicles. Something that you could only find in Battlefield before, but now you can actually use helicopters, boats, quad bikes and trucks to get you and your team around the map really quickly. I think the only thing that's really missing from this game is the campaign mode, which I know they say that they wanted to take it out so they could focus on other things, which looks like the other thing they wanted to focus on was Blackout. But every time I've grabbed a Call of Duty game, the first thing I've always played was the campaign mode, because I love spending 7 to 8 hours just on the story mode. So hopefully with next year's Call of Duty it'll be brought back, but at the moment, I mean, they did an excellent job with this game, and I definitely recommend that anybody who loves online multiplayer and loves zombies and just loves a load of crazy shit I recommend that you get this game. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button, and if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button for more content. And don't forget to tick the notification bell so that you are always notified whenever I upload new videos.